Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can actually increase your focus. Because wherever you go today, I always hear my friends complaining about like I'm trying to study but I can't study. I don't know why. What's wrong with me? And everyone is trying to focus more, but like they say that I don't know what's happening to me, but like I can't just focus. Like everyone is having so much trouble with focusing. And what is the main issue that is causing us to lose our focus with time to time? So, in this video, today I'm going to talk about the things that we can actually do to increase our focus. So, number one, change your environment. What do I mean by that? If you're always like say studying in your room, like in the study room, let's say, so what you're going to do is that your brain is probably in the autopilot mode. What I'm trying to say is that let's say that you take your car to drive every day from home to work. You probably have the route memorized in your brain, and 99% of the time I can guarantee you your brain is in the autopilot mode. You don't even remember half of the time like you are driving. Like, do you remember when you put accelerator, when you press brake, and when the lights were green or red? You're probably thinking about, okay, so this happened today in the work, I'm going to do this and that when I'm going to go home. You're not focusing on your driving. Your focus is literally on auto mode. So what actually happens is that like when we are always in the same environment, our brain gets used to the autopilot mode, and like our brain doesn't focus much during that time. So during that time I would suggest that change your environment. Like if you are driving in a new place, you would be more cautious, right? You're more conscious about your surroundings. You try to be more like into like defensive mode in that during like in the new place. So what your brain actually does is that like if you're changing your settings, let's say that if you're always studying in your study room, I would suggest that go to like a library, or like to your dining room, or like a different room. Like if you're studying in your table, then go to like maybe also you can change a little bit here and there, like go to your bed, or let's say study in your sofa, for example, right? So if you're trying to do a little bit of a change in your environment, your brain will recognize this new setting and will try to put more focus to get used to that situation. So when you're constantly changing your environment, your brain is also trying to put more focus into getting to know that situation. So one way to increase your focus I would suggest is like if you change your environment. Now, number two, take deep breaths. Because I cannot say much, but like your body sometimes gets are not aligned with your brain. What happens is that maybe your brain gets a bit faster than your body, or your body gets a bit faster than your brain. Doesn't it happen to you? Like in the morning when you're running for like your interview, also let's say like when you're going to your work, like you feel like your body is moving but your brain is somewhere else. Like your brain is feeling, man, I need to sleep, but you are still working and putting on clothes and stuff. It means that your body is moving but your brain is back. And sometimes your brain works but your body remains in the bed. Like you open your eyes and you're thinking, okay, so these are these I have to do today, but like your body cannot go, right? So during those times, like your brain and body is not aligned in the place. So during those times, what can you do? I would suggest that first take deep breath. Like when you're taking a deep breath, count from 1 to 4, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale 1 to 4. What you're doing is that you're aligning your brain with your body, and when your body and brain are completely aligned, you can put enormous amount of focus to your work that is ahead of you. Number 3, stand up and jump. I cannot say like just jump like this, like move your hands and jump, because when you're trying to do this, your blood gets flowed, and what happens when your blood flows is that your focus increases. Your brain starts to recognize this new setting. Like I said, in the like if you're changing environment, like sometimes your body posture changing, or like if you're crouching, like move your body up and down. It helps a lot, trust me. Like it will increase your focus to an enormous amount. Then number 4, get rid of all kinds of distraction, guys. I cannot stress you enough this, but trust me, this scrolling of social media before studying or trying to do any work, it's taking away a lot of your energy. When you are constantly putting effort and time behind this scrolling and trying to like get dopamine rushes, what is happens is that these are all cheap dopamine rushes, man. And what happens with these cheap dopamine rushes is that these things take away an enormous amount of energy from your body. You're fighting with some nameless person on internet isn't going to change anything. but what it is going to do is that it is going to impact you, and it is going to take away the energy that is required for you to study later on or do a certain task later on. So avoid this kind of things, like avoid any kind of distractions that might come to you while you are trying to focus on something. So especially put away your phone maybe an hour before or studying, or like even if you're using, just use for like the useful matters only, or like try not to use social media if it is not absolutely necessary, like because these things get your focus down. That is true. And for my final and the foremost one that I'm going to tell you, suggest you to increase your focus, would be get frequent breaks. If you have a 2-hour assignment or a 3-hour assignment, I would suggest that take 30 minutes break after each hour, after like each minutes, because if you're taking a break after 30 minutes of studying or doing a certain work, what it does is that it gives your brain to re-energize again, instead of getting, because when you work for a long time or longer period of times, your brain starts to go into autopilot again. Don't let your brain go to autopilot mode, because whenever you're moving, like get up and like stand, just walk around or do some jumps, like I mentioned at my third one, that just do some jumps or like just walk around like after every 30 minutes of interval. Just don't allow your brain to sit idle or like go into autopilot, because if you can do that, then your focus will increase by an enormous amount, and it will actually help you to get more focus. So I can assure you, if you follow these 5 steps, trust me, your focus will increase. But don't think that it will increase in one day. Just try to be more consistent, just try to be more like aligned with these concepts that I mentioned, and hopefully if you can follow all these steps, I can guarantee you your focus will increase. And last but not least, I am there, I am rooting for you. So let me know if it actually helps. Let me know in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. It would really help me if you would like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.